Welcome back to the channel again. This is the second video since my return. I saw a comment on my last video about the Thorn Gamma 6. Someone mentioned they managed to save a Industria 2000 lantern. So I thought I'd show off my example, much in the same way that I did with the Gamma 6. These are quite big lanterns. The 2000 is about 23 inches wide. And they were known to have run SOX lamps. They are known to have run compact fluorescent SON, which is what this one is. This one runs 70 watt SON, and some metal halide versions existed as well. These were very common, and I know they are quite common as well in the Netherlands. We have quite a few over here in the UK as well. It's also incredibly dusty. Look at that. Because because of how large it is, I have to have it lying on its top, so upside down basically. Over there, it lives in that little gap that you can see back there. These have a similar sort of dimpled pattern along the bowl that is typical with Industria post tops. The 2015 also had this, the 2010 also had this, and some other of their post tops as well. And I also have it on its upside down so it doesn't manage to topple over, which it will do if left to its own devices for too long and I knock into it and it goes tumbling down the side of the shelf. I don't really want to have to try and source a new bowl for these things. So much like many post tops, a sort of thumb screw, whatever you want to call it, on top is holding it on, and removing this entirely actually allows the canopy to be removed. So this Industria 2000 dates to October of 2005, there or thereabouts. It's fitted with a Royce Thompson Microstar 2000 mini cell. It's actually held in by one of the two-part clip connectors, just so you can take the canopy off entirely during servicing, so it's not left hanging. It'd make a good frisbee, this thing, but I'm not going to use it as such in this room because I will end up breaking something, it or both. Here is a view of the gear tray. Now this lantern uses quite a unique way to access the lamp. On many post tops you'll have the gear in the base, or you'll have the gear on a thing above the lamp which you'll just have to reach under. But because of the shape of these post tops, you can see there's not an awful lot of room to get your hands in underneath. So Industria thought of that. You can see there the sticker as well. So you can see it says J05. Now, because of all the months that start with J, I'm going to guess that that is October, because J is the 10th letter of the alphabet. So that clip there can be pulled back, and this metal prong can be pushed back, and it will open the tray for lamp changes. So it's actually got a horizontal lamp, this one, rather than a vertical lamp. Let me get a lamp for it, actually. I'm going to trust that that's not going to topple over while I'm in the other room. If it does, it's going to cut to a clip of it falling off. It did come with a SON lamp. I have wrote on the SON lamp where it came from, Industria 2000, but just my luck, I can't find it. So we're using this one. It's just a regular Philips 70 watt master SON tubular lamp. So that's how your lamp sits. It's encompassed by two reflectors, and then you've got a reflector on the gear tray. I don't think this was the only sort of layout you could get with these. I think you could get other reflectors, depending on the light distribution you wanted with them. It'd be much easier to work on if it was fastened to a column and wasn't rolling around all over the place. We can take a closer look at the gear. The capacitor is in quite poor condition on this one. The outer casing had cracked. The capacitor on this example is dated to the 29th week of 2005. I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but I will put on screen now. It's got a tridonic igniter in there, ZRM 2-ES/B. Now, this igniter can be used for 35 to 70 watt high pressure sodium. It can be used for HI/MBI lamps of 70 watts. You can see there the specific specifications, I guess, of the lantern. S50-70 refers to the lamp type used, so SON 50 or 70 watts. I've put a 70 watt in there. As you can see, the lamp is wired for 70 watts. We also do have in the bottom the mains connection. It's not actually on the gearboard. You've got the mains connection coming in the base of the lantern. I don't know if you can see that. And then it goes up. It's got a two-part connector down there. It goes up, and then you've got another connector up here, which connects the mains to the gear. IP66 on these things, quite good, but I have seen quite a few photos of these things like this, essentially, missing the lid that would cover it. And there was quite a few duplicates of this lantern made. This is a very popular style of lantern, especially in the Netherlands. I know stuff like the Lightronics KFK or GFK were very, very similar to this. And I know some other manufacturers, I think Philips made a CPS 200, which was sort of similar. I'll put a picture of one up on screen. You can kind of see the resemblance. But yeah, this sort of shape of post top, known more commonly among the collector community as flying saucers, were quite common. I think even LED versions of this are made nowadays, not officially by Industria. I believe clones are still made, LED clones. So you may be wondering about how you would detach the bowl from the base, since it's not fixed to the canopy and you can't just remove it. So you have to open the gear area like this, and you may notice 3 bolts, just a regular Phillips. Yep, we're back to using this thing again. I don't like this thing, but all you have to do with all 3 of these is loosen them. And then disconnect the mains by doing this. Then you'll have this essentially rotate and move up mechanism. Release basically the skeleton of the lantern, just like that. You just pull the bowl up. Look at all of the capacitor. Look at all the bits of like crusty capacitor that are in here. Look, that's all just bits of capacitor, that is. So it's just a simple twist to put the skeleton of the lantern back in. Oh, that's annoying. I don't know if I just caught that on camera, but I'm going to have to take the bloody base off again. Oh, and it's gone all the way to the bottom as well. And then you can close the fixture, just like that. So it just slots on like that. There we go. It is back together. So, I'm going to give the bowl a wipe down first, because that is disgusting. It's just covered in dust. And then we're going to get a warm up. As well, I've just been wiping it down. I've just had a thought. The fact that nearly all of these were painted black means that you're very unlikely, although this is fiberglass, to get one that is shedding fibres and being an absolute nightmare. All of these I've seen so far have been in reasonable condition, even though there is some scratches and scrapes. Generally, the fiberglass on these is intact. View of how I usually have it sitting, you can see I've managed to get the Kegel through the grub screw hole, because the grub screw hole is quite large, and then what I've done is the grub screw is not where it should be. I'll find that. I know where I think it's probably in the kitchen. Why is one of my hoodie strings so much longer than the other? Look at this. Oh, I hope I've not been walking around all day like that. It's been given a wipe down. Let's get it warmed up. You can see the sodium cool down in there as well. So that is my Industria 2000 lantern. Not bad condition for its age, so I hope you all enjoyed.